This is RadioFire.com. Yours truly, Dominic K. in here. Thank you for joining me. Today's broadcast is brought to you in part by the Hip Hop Hall of Fame Museum and Hotel, where hip hop culture and history lives. Visit hiphophof.tv today for all the details on that. So, Tory Lanez released his sophomore album over the weekend, and I had a chance to listen to it, to rock it in the car. I think the best time for me to listen to new music is in the car, when I can just, drive and just kind of get into the songs. And I had a chance to do that this weekend, and I really, really recommend this Tory Lanez album. I think that you should check it out. Memories Don't Die. He's been doing interviews, obviously, supporting the album. And, I think that he is a complex individual, as most people are. A lot of, I don't want to say drama with him, but he's been somebody that's been in the mix. And he's an artist, obviously, and he's sensitive about his shit. Shout out to Erykah Badu. Now, this is a much anticipated release that he dropped. As I said, Memories Don't Die. Album features appearances from Wiz Khalifa, 50 Cent, and Fabulous. Now, according to Tory, Nicki Minaj was originally on the album. Nicki Minaj was on the song called Shooters. And now, let me say this. The song is already hot. A Nicki verse on there would have been great. Now, the Toronto rapper revealed that she was on the record. In some kind of way, along the way, the communication got screwed up via text. How many times has that happened to you? Communication gets screwed up because the text was misinterpreted. And, because with the text, it's one-dimensional. You don't get any emotion out of it, no inflection. You don't know where to pause at. You don't know anything. And Tory Lanez, because he's sensitive about his music, he told Nicki something via text about her verse. And he said during the interview on The Breakfast Club and various interviews, he said that Nicki's verse didn't stop at the right spot. And based on the hook, he wanted her to make some type of a change to her verse. And Nicki didn't take too kindly to that. And she said something like, well, nigga, it's not that serious. Take my verse off the thing. So Nicki's verse was not included, and the song Shooters still is hot, but we don't have a Nicki verse. Maybe she can get on a remix. I don't know. And so, when you're sending verses back and forth, I think, me personally, if it was me, I would have taken the verse that she sent and I would have made it work. Because at the end of the day, the verses that Nicki has, the guest verses that Nicki has been doing, have been hot verses. She ain't been saying no bullshit. Like, she's been doing hot verses. She does hot verses. She is the best female rapper. So it would have been nice. Nicki's verse wouldn't have been make or break for Tory Lanez, but it would have been nice to have on the project. And an artist of her caliber, can you critique him? I guess, but I think he should have taken the verse, me personally. But as I said, the album is slamming. You need to check it out. Another interesting thing about Tory Lanez, he definitely talked about riding that wave, not wanting to be put in a box, whether he's an R&B singer, whether he's a rapper, whether he's doing trap. He says he's also going to be doing some Spanish music, Latino music, and yeah, he lives in Miami, so he wants to do it for the girls. But I definitely respect his candor. He talked about losing his mother and at 11 years old and how that's affected him. And, writing songs about her and just describing her as a person, definitely was able to, feel what he was saying about his mom and all that. He's the youngest of 6 children. He's talked about being dirt poor and just struggling with music. Talked about patching things up with Drake. They had a bit of a, disagreement, but he said it wasn't that heavy, and they were to patch it up. He also talked about Meek Mill and some music that they're working on together, and he's going to be kind of putting that project on hold till Meek finishes with his situation. He also spoke about the fact that he has patched things up with Drake and how that was with Meek Mill. Meek Mill said that it wasn't too big of a deal, and their situation wasn't that heavy. And hopefully when Meek comes home, him and Drake can squash their disagreement as well. I really enjoyed Tory's honesty in the interviews that I heard, especially the one that I heard on the Breakfast Club. And a lot of times interviews can make you like somebody better or make you like them less. This interview definitely made me like Tory Lanez more. And I definitely want you to check that out, check the music out and all of that. Shout out to him and that whole movement. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, at The Don McKay Show, at Radio on Fire. Memories Don't Die. Pick that up. It is available now. I will see you guys tomorrow.